Marcus Smith is just made for rugby, okay? It's even part of his identity. Take a look at this and tell me any differently. Might as well run, can use sidestep, scores many international tries. Harlequins. Coincidence? Methinks not. This man can play rugby, okay? We all know this by now. He's still relatively young pup at being 25 years old, and what a career he's had so far. British and Irish Lion, English international, and Premiership rugby winner. I mean, if you were looking at this player from the outsider point of view, not knowing, you'd think they're a seasoned veteran, but he did all of this before being, 24, 25 years old. You simply can't look at that and just not respect it. So a little quick video warning now. If you haven't realised by now, I'm a bit of a fan of Marcus Smith as a rugby player, so I will be speaking highly about this man during this video, because that's the point of it. So please enjoy, and let me break down some of his play quickly. He's arguably the best running fly-half in the world. His speed and footwork is truly unmatched, and must be a right pain in the backside to defend against. He's got the ability to take that hard step and quickly accelerate out of it, just to rub the salt in the wound, and that really can't be overlooked. And he often uses this in clutch game scenarios. Just take a look at this little clip against London Irish, my beloved London Irish. Actually, rest in peace, you will forever be missed. It's the 70th minute, Harlequins are behind, London Irish have been dominating all game as they usually would have, and Marcus Smith just suddenly decides, you know what, I'm going to win this game.
They can gamble a bit here. Smith goes around Atkins, and Marcus Smith looks to have won the game in the final minute.
He has absolutely no right to score this try. Arguably, it could be bad defense by London Irish, but it's only bad defense because Marcus Smith moves his body in such a way that makes them look completely redundant. And I remember watching this live, actually, TNT Sport on the TV, feet up, toes out. And I remember watching it and being absolutely heartbroken. A win for London Irish then would have been huge, but strangely I had nothing but admiration for what I just witnessed. This was a young man producing a magical moment in rugby, and I couldn't do anything but just be sitting there in complete admiration for what I just witnessed. One thing that Smith does that's extremely good in his game is that he follows the pass as much as possible. He tries to get as many second touches as he can. Here, when Danny Care makes this little half line break, he's straight on his shoulder, and then he's straight into calculation mode, trying to figure out the best angle, resistance, grass friction, gravitational pull, and
Care is very much keeping his feet on the floor. That's lovely from Smith. Look at the angle on it, and David!
oh my god, that's just, I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit, actually. That was outrageous. To be able to run at speed and put that grubber kick through perfectly on a plate for his winger is unbelievable. Even the ability to spot the winger in the corner of his eye is such an underrated piece of skill. It must be so unbelievably nice to be a winger on this man's team, because you know that you're constantly a threat and constantly an option to be on the ball. And this man can really make something out of nothing. Here, for example, let's take a look at this one.
Second long way up. And tester for Smith, equal to the task. Oh, what a bit of skill from Smith. That is sensational. He's got Ashton in behind him. He might not need him. Umaga hunting him down. Marcus Smith. Very, very special.
He takes a high ball in the backfield and he's off, taking on the ball at pace, and then produces a silly chip and chase. And what does he do to get round the defender? I don't know, take it with one hand. He skims past the defender and he's in for the try. That's a serious bit of skill and makes the game so exciting to watch. This even highlights his ability to potentially play in the backfield at 15. He's showing that he has a little bit of positional awareness here in the fullback position, knowing where to be in the backfield to cover any high kicks, and he can take the high kicks as well, which is also a pretty big bonus as a fullback. A person with his skill and ability is great to have in that 15 role, because like I said earlier, he can make something out of nothing. And that's really valuable when you have a ball playing 10 and potentially a ball playing 15, because you have threats all around the pitch. So Marcus Smith's place within the international game is a little bit of a weird one, okay? So obviously we had Owen Farrell, he's buggered off. We don't need to worry about him. he was pretty awesome. That's maybe a separate video. And now we've got George Ford, who is quite literally, in my eyes, a bit of a magician. Younger players like your Finn Smiths of the world, your Charlie Atkinsons, they're getting there. Not quite there at the moment, but they have a lot of potential. And then there's Smith. He's kind of trying to find his way within the international setup. Obviously, at the start of this Six Nations that's just gone, Smith was injured. He's come into the tournament late in the game, and he's usually kind of come off the bench. So he often came on at fullback, with George staying at 10. And I'm liking what I see there. Forget the old 10-12 axis of Farrell and Ford in the past. How about this new Ford-Smith axis at 10 and 15? You know, we've got George taking it to the line, pulling it out the back to Marcus Smith, who's then another ball maker, coming on, coming hard, getting forwards around the corner. This could be something that could be a little bit tasty in the future. And for me, what makes Smith kind of such a unicorn in rugby at the moment is that people outside of rugby have heard of Marcus. It's kind of that classic, you're talking to your bloke down a pub, you tell them you like rugby, and they go straight away, they say Johnny English. Johnny English? Not Johnny English. Not Johnny English. Sorry, they say Johnny Wilkinson is what I was meant to say. You know, they bring up Johnny Wilkinson straight away. It's getting to that similar stage, but with Marcus Smith. And that's really exciting, because that means that more and more people are getting into the sport that may not have seen it before, just because they've heard about this kind of wonder kid. And those are the characters we need in rugby to push it further and further forward. He seems like a really good bloke. He seems like someone you'd want to go share a pint with down at the pub. And he's making awesome rugby spectacle moments. You know, this Six Nations just gone against Ireland, that drop goal to win the game in the dying minutes. How awesome is that? You don't often see that in rugby, but when you do, and when it's players like this producing these goods, it makes it oh so sweet. He's a special, special rugby player. And someone that I truly, truly hope continues to blossom and continues to create these magical moments that us as rugby fans can love and enjoy watching forever. So thank you so much for watching. I will be making more videos very shortly. And please, if you enjoyed, share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.